Welcome back to Go Figure Yourself Out. Today we have a special guest by the name of Danielle Renee.
She's a woman of all trades. She's a realtor, a businesswoman who owns a beauty brand, and she's a woman of empowerment, ready to give us gems, encouragement, and tips on growing our business. Welcome, Danielle.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here today.
Hey, girl.
We're happy to have you. We're so excited. You're our official first guest that is not related to us, so we're super excited about that. As you know, in our previous episode, we had our mom and then we had our dad.
Let me just say, that episode almost made me cry. It was really genuine, and I feel like it was really coming from the heart. I really enjoyed that podcast. It didn't seem fake at all.
Thank you. We really appreciate that because it was a very emotional day for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
We knew it would be, but at the same time, we told ourselves that we would not try to make it that emotional.
Yeah.
But we said, hey, if the tears come, they come, and that's what happened. We were crying.
I loved it.
But thank you. And we're so excited, like I said, for you to be our first official non-relation in the family guest, okay? So let's just get into a little bit about you. One, congratulations on becoming a realtor. You know, that's a big accomplishment. I know the process probably wasn't easy. You probably had to really fight back sweat and tears, but you did it and you made it, and you're able to help people find the correct homes that, you know, they'll build a family and future in. And you put in a lot of work. I see you every day promoting on social media. You're doing a really good job. If nobody has told you, I'm telling you now, you're doing an amazing job. Can you tell me a little bit about who you were as a child? Because you became this amazing woman. I want to know a little bit more about you from who you were as a little girl.
Danielle as a child I was crazy. It was kind of like a switch had went off, and I feel like it kind of made me who I am today because I feel like I'm everybody's friend because I can relate to everybody. I like to call myself a chameleon, but as a child, girl, I played the clarinet for 8 years. I was a fighter. I've always been super loyal. I've always grown up watching children. So it's when my love for children comes. We'll talk about that later. But I grew up with siblings. I'm a twin. I have a twin brother. It's my best friend. Yeah, I don't tell a lot of people that, and I just put y'all in my business. I'm a super private person, so you wouldn't even know.
Wow, I'm surprised. I did not. Yeah.
Really?
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I grew up with my twin brother, and I have a big brother. And yeah, we just grew up super wholesome, playing outside all day. Outside. I was about to say thugging, but literally, like, it's those type of kids don't exist anymore. Like, we were just outside having fun, enjoying ourselves. And I just was like, with my grandma every day. So, yeah.
Wow. And where were you born?
In St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow.
Yeah.
How is that, like, compared to Texas?
I think growing up in St. Louis made me I don't know what the word is. Like, I love everybody. I feel like coming to Houston, I came to Houston for opportunities. And sometimes I feel like people in Houston are searching for opportunities in people, you know? So it's not really like genuine connections and stuff like that. In St. Louis, like, family's family, you know?
Yeah.
It's all love. We don't really have like the big, like, you know, like the club scene or anything like that. But it's very wholesome. Very wholesome. So that's where like my loyalty comes from and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, and when you were younger, did you ever see yourself being a realtor or anything?
Honestly, no.
No, you didn't? What did you see yourself being?
I just knew I wanted to serve.
Just serve?
I didn't know what it was going to be, but I just knew I wanted to serve.
Okay.
And I feel like God just put me in multiple different positions to do that. So I'm here.
So with that being said, I'm guessing growing up in a city or a town where the love was felt, I'm guessing your school life was great.
No.
No.
So,
okay.
Like I said, I'm a super loyal person. And like once we're locked in. So a lot of my high school, I kind of sabotaged myself by fighting other people's battles. So I missed a lot of it because I was put out of school. But other than that, yeah, you know, like I got to play soccer and I had that part of it, like high school and stuff like that. But
yeah. But I can second you on that because I agree with you on that part. I'm sure as you got older, you learned to follow the footsteps of yourself. You can't, vouch for other people. Everybody ain't gonna have your back like you're gonna have yourself. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad you got past that because that is a rocky part in high school that people don't talk about. Thinking you have the friends that you need that will have your back just as well as you have them. And some people, it's just not like that. Yeah. It's hard to find a good friend. Yeah.
It definitely
So with that being said, tell me a little bit about how it was staying with your grandma. I know you said that it was lots of love. What's your grandma's name?
Her name is Maurice Crosby. She actually passed away while I was in high school. That makes me cry.
Well, we that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That episode really, really hit home. But she's one of the people that genuinely made me who I am today. Like, I'm probably the most strict, compassionate person you'll ever meet. Like, I'll give somebody my last, and I try to every day to give and to just be a friend to somebody and just be there. So that's kind of how it was with her. And she was a foster mom. My grandmother had 12 children. My mom is the youngest.
Wow.
So I was the baby of all the first cousins. So I was just with her.
That's powerful that your grandma is an influence to who you are today.
100%.
Because as we mentioned, even in the episode that you enjoyed, we have to enjoy our people while they're here.
We have to. And that's a lot of reason why I really value people.
Yes.
Like just being here. Like, you never know when somebody won't be here. So that's why it was a no-brainer. I was gonna come support regardless.
I love that. So let's fast forward a little bit into you jumping into your beauty brand, and that's actually the point of life where I met you. Mm-hmm. You were doing lashes, and you do amazing, by the way. You're killing it. The lashes be on point. Like, it's getting me to the booking site. I gotta be bare. I like the no lash look now, especially it's hot.
Yeah.
You do amazing. Where did you come from? What in your journey, in your career, or your job that you say, I'm going full time into being a beauty brand owner and starting to do lashes? Like, what was the mindset when you started?
Well, when I first got out of high school, I wanted to go to college and I wanted to get into medicine. Okay. I was broke though. So I was like, what is something that I can do to make money? So I started doing lashes.
Wow.
And this is at the time when nobody was doing lashes, like that, especially in St. Louis. So I ended up just, YouTube University. I was figuring it out, and then I ended up going to esthetician school. So as I was growing as an entrepreneur in St. Louis, it's very small there. And I feel like now we're growing as far as just seeing the bigger picture and such, yes. But I didn't feel like I could grow there. I felt like I was stuck. So I told my brother, I'm moving to Houston. So we came and visited one time and we just moved.
Wow.
And
so he's out here too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
My twin brother is out here. Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. We'll meet him one day.
Yeah.
I want to see y'all side by side.
Yeah. Do y'all look alike?
I feel like in some aspects we look alike.
Gotcha.
It just depends. I look better than him.
Shout out to the girl twins.
Yeah, shout out.
We have a twin brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so you moved to Houston and boom, you're already doing lashes. So you had a clientele in Missouri. You moved to Houston, and what are you? Are you stuck? Did you start connecting early? Did you have connections? Did you?
No, it was.
Did you start working?
So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna post, and it wasn't enough. And I actually was like, you know what? I'm going to get a job at a warehouse. Because one thing about me, I know how to go get some money. So I was like, I'm gonna go to a temp service, and I'm gonna go work at a warehouse. But God was like, just give me a little bit more time. And I'm like, I don't know about that, but the savings was gone just about that time. So I started getting 2 or 3 people here and there coming, but it wasn't really doing what it was needing to. So I got an opportunity to go work at Hot Cocoa Shop. Shout out to Hot Cocoa. She had a salon in downtown Houston. Mm-hmm. Her booth rent was $250 a week. And I'm like, now, how am I going to pay $250 a week? I have no clients. But you just have to see the bigger picture. And I was like, I'm going to give it a chance. And the opportunity was she has people there. So I was doing lashes for free sometimes just to build that relationship. And that kind of I feel like that helped me for where I am now, especially in real estate, because they ended up coming back to me. So how I grew so fast was just word of mouth. Like DW lashes this, DW lashes that. I lashed fast. And I mean, I didn't miss the opportunity to lash somebody. So that's kind of what landed me there.
Okay. I love that. So you grew off of just taking a chance.
Yeah, and I always tell people, like, if you're new in the beauty industry, go work in an open space because you never know who you'll meet. You may finesse your way into a client, just somebody giving you a chance. So that's really what it was. Like, hey, let me do your lashes. Let me show you. I just did her last week. I'll do it for you for free this time. You just come back. And now I have a full clientele and I'm booked.
Wow. And what's your favorite set, your lash set?
I think I like them all. It doesn't really matter to me. It's just like when somebody get up, like, oh my goodness, girl, like that was so quick. You did a good job. Like that makes me feel good.
That makes you feel good. I love that. And you not only are a lash artist, and you built a good business foundation for yourself, but you also host events. What year did you start doing that? Do you remember?
Maybe 2021.
2021. Wow, that's around the same time I started hosting my events as well.
Like I started doing lash classes, and after I was doing lash classes, I started doing the events.
I love that. And that's what I'm sure the lash classes are what built you up to. Hey, if I could talk to students and teach them, I can talk in front of an audience that comes out to network and talk business with them.
Because it just felt like I wanted to do more. So when I started like getting classes and it was like 30 people, I was like, okay, now they're asking me questions, not just about like the beauty industry. They're asking me about like just life stuff. And like how can I progress in this? And I just wanted to share. So
I love that. We actually came in contact from me going to one of your events, which was a nice event. I try not to go to events on Sunday because my schedule is really short, just due to going to morning service and then going to night service. But I made time after morning service. I think I maybe already had my dress on. I went right to your event. It started on time and everything, or at least it was starting when I got there, and everything went well, and I was able to leave in time to go to evening worship service. But it was a nice event. The food was good. The people were nice. Like I told you, I met one of my longtime friends, Shakira, at the event. So shout out to Shakira. Shout out Shakira. Yes, and she's very supportive to this day. So just I met a good person. I met you, and then I got to see some great business owners speak at your event, and it really encouraged me. I can remember how I even felt just sitting there listening to the panel and then seeing you do your thing like naturally. I don't know if you were nervous. I don't know. But
I'm always nervous.
You didn't seem nervous. You did your thing. You were able to really hold the event down. Like it ran smoothly. Even though it was fast paced for you, because I was like you were doing everything. I think I was getting ready to go, and you were like, okay, like the event. It's time to go. You were getting everything together. You weren't playing. But I really love that. And then I remember the event. Hustle has no gender. I remember that. That was a Sunday too. But I came after church. I remember it was hot too that day. It was so hot.
No, it was.
And you had some amazing speakers on your panel once again. Learned a lot from them. Being in the room with other successful people that really want to see other people win. And that was Hustle Has No Gender. I don't know if I said that already or not, but it was Hustle Has No Gender. And that was what, 2023?
Yeah.
2023.
Time flies.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it does fly. So fast forward we talked a little bit about you having a beauty brand. Make sure y'all book. And then you became a realtor. And as you said, you really didn't see this when you were a child, but you did always know you wanted to serve. What has being a realtor taught you so far, just about life or careers?
Like I said, sometimes you're not gonna get paid off every play, but you gotta be willing to do it just to plant the seed. And that's truly 100% what real estate has taught me. So sometimes I'm willing to do things just What's it's a saying for that? What, like, I don't even know. Sometimes I'm willing to do it just to see how it plays out.
Yeah,
Just to show up, just to have a conversation, just to take somebody to dinner. And I feel like I get more business that way because instead of me hounding you to buy something or lease with me,
yes,
I'm really a friend.
Yes,
So you have no problem, like, doing the process with me. So yeah,
and you're willing to take the risk of, I might not get a positive outcome out of this, but
yeah,
you're willing to take the risk.
Yeah, and real estate is all about patience. You may meet a client in 2025 and they may not buy a house until 2028.
Yeah.
But if you nurture that person and you genuinely care, it's not going to matter. The money is going to come when it comes. But they're going to appreciate that you were patient with them and you genuinely cared about the best, situation for them rather than just a deal.
I love that. But with that being said, I know a lot of times people don't like you to ask questions when it comes to if I got a booking site, with the business, make sure you read the booking site. But what you just said, I know you still don't want your time wasted. If it's going to potentially be something, you want to see it in work, whether that's going out to dinner. Let's talk about your goals in the next few years. Let's work on getting your credit where it needs to be. Yeah, right. To get a house. Where's the line drawn with you when you're like, I'm not playing with this person?
So it's kind of like the approach of the person. So somebody comes to me and they're like, hey, I want to buy blah, 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 blah. Let's do this. And they like, let's go see some homes. Okay. Let's go see some homes. Now, if I go see the 5 homes and you don't like none of them and they're exactly what you asked for, you're wasting my time.
They're playing in your face.
You're playing in my face. And honestly, just going with time, you kind of know when somebody's not serious and when somebody is not. Or I know when somebody wants it, but they're just not quite there yet. And it's just like he comes with.
So how would you kind of like respond to that? Like if you know they want something and they're not there yet, how would you respond?
Well, before I even respond and I'm getting a sense, let's have a conversation about your specific situation. Let me send you some better options. This may save you this, and that.
Okay.
Rather than me rushing you to buy a house and I know you're not financially ready for that.
Wow. So it's a balance.
It's a balance, yeah.
So with that being said, how do you balance work life and home life? How do you balance that?
Well, I'm a person with boundaries. I run a tight ship when it comes to a schedule. And it's funny because sometimes people think I just don't mess with them. And it's not even that. I'm telling you, my Monday through Friday is already planned and scheduled. So that's pretty much how it is. Monday is my like semi-chill day. But not really. It's more so like a study day for me. Sunday night, I'm writing out my whole week. So if you didn't tell me, prior to, I'm probably not going. And it's no love lost. So people understand.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. You have to balance it out. Especially being a wife, you're newlywed.
Yeah.
That's something that takes you to a whole new level of how you used to think. How did you know you were ready to get married?
I've always known that I wanted to do it the right way. And the way I grew up, I always knew that I wanted to be married and I wanted to have children. I always believed in focusing on my career and you know what I'm saying? Like, so I wanted to be a wife. I had been living with my spouse for years. And I just kept getting this conviction like, you know better. And shacking up. And it was just a conversation that we were having. Yeah. And we was like, you know what? Let's do it. Like what is it that's holding us back? And I used to be a flashy person. I've grown. So it wasn't even about like the big wedding and all of that stuff anymore. So yeah.
I love that. And I don't know how far in advance you had got married before you posted the wedding pictures. Oh, they were gorgeous.
Thank you.
Let's talk about that. I gotta show you.
Yeah, you want to show me?
Nice. I'm talking about Annie. No. But no, they were nice. They really were nice. And I was like, congratulations. Like, before I even typed it, it's just because it's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah.
And I think my timeline might be, I know I got married a few,
when you got married,
I popped out.
I know you lied.
Did you get married the same month you posted the pictures?
When did I post the pictures?
Oh.
Christmas. I did, actually.
So fast.
I did.
You got married that same month?
No. Did I post them in January?
Ooh. We gotta go back and look at them.
No, let's talk about Ebony. Best kept secret, I'm telling you. I was trying to put two and two together so bad.
And you know why you say that now that I think about it? Because you probably didn't know I was in a relationship. I think that's what makes it more.
No. But you know something about me, I pay attention.
Okay.
You never know. So I think you posted, it was like a quick snippet of him, like way back when. And I remembered that. And then later, before you even posted that you got married, you posted like in the mirror and it was like, I don't know, it was like a selfie or something. You were in the mirror. And I'm like, she did something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I was just posting little pictures of that day.
Yeah, but you didn't say what
But
it
I
was.
never said what.
Oh wow.
I was like, she went and got married.
That's why my comments was going crazy when I posted the cake. I only posted a cake because we got married at the church house. My dad did it. So we didn't even, I didn't even have a photographer there.
Really?
No, I didn't have a photographer.
I was a photographer.
She was my photographer off my Canon, yeah. But obviously it wasn't all the way me picture worthy of where the level I'm at now. I mean, they were cute, but you know, I should have went, you know, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that
At the time
that it mattered the most.
I
understand.
understand.
My husband and go home.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm so
I
happy
was.
for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. So yeah, so seeing other young women get married, it's like I'm so happy.
And I'm happy for you too,
Thank
girl,
you.
because I said you got married. I said, well, I'll be. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
It really is. And I know, like I said, it changes who we are becoming for the better, hopefully, though.
Yeah.
Especially when you marry the right person. It's all in God's plan.
Yes.
For both of us. So, yeah, good luck to y'all. And we
Thank
we just hope and pray that everything continues to grow.
Thank you.
Yes. So, kids. I know you don't have any, but do you want to have kids, and how many? I know you mentioned.
I always said I wanted a big family, but like just knowing like the whole process.
You want 14 kids?
I think I might just do it one time. One is fine with me.
Fine.
Maybe if I got twins, I'm a twin. Maybe God bless me with twins. That'd be the perfect situation.
Yeah.
I don't want to have kids right now.
Yeah.
I would rather waste some time. I feel like I'm 25. Some people would consider that. I'm getting older. I get it all the time. I'm getting older, but it's just like, who says that I have to have a kid?
Yeah.
Like
it's your life.
yeah, it's my life. So we'll see. It's all about compromise. So if it fits in my schedule,
I know exactly what you mean, because my husband, he's like, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But he's patient. He knows I'm trying to get my career off the ground, but he making me ready the more he talk about it. You know what I mean? It's
but that's how it is for me, because like a lot of my friends have kids, and I'm such a baby. Like I love kids. Like I'm like round them up. I could take them, and it's just like. But I'm also like, remember I was talking about how I'm an empath. I learn from everybody's experience. I'm not saying they're bad or good. I learn from everybody's experience, and I've learned from my mom's experience. My mom was a single mom. She had 3 kids, and wait, I need to fix something.
And I said, wow.
Oh yeah, my mom was a single mom. She had 3 kids, and she still, she accomplished her goals and her dreams, and I'm proud of her for that. But it was hard. Wow. And I feel like she doesn't say this, but I know she missed out a lot of her life because of us. Yeah. And I love her more for that. And I just want to be selfish right now. And when I do have kids, I want to be able to give them a certain kind of life. I want to be comfortable, and I want to actually want to be at home when I have kids. Exactly. I don't want to be like, the grandma is the mom.
Hours in the day. Yeah. I feel you 100%.
So you want to have everything figured out before you.
Yeah, and that's kind of where people are always like, dear, you can't plan everything. And it's like, I can't plan everything. Everything is always going to be on God's time. But I would like to make the situation as
strategic and order as you can, and there's nothing wrong with that. Amen. I think a lot of people should actually take that advice. Even the ones that have kids now should take that advice that it's okay to slow down.
It's okay to slow down.
Now. Do what you can for the kids. Slow down. You might don't need to be having more. Thank you so much for coming out. Is there anything that we can expect from you coming up?
Producing, and just giving back in different ways, being involved, showing up every day so y'all will see me more. I'm trying to get back I'm lying. I'm saying get back. I've always been consistent, but I'm trying to do it in different ways. I'm trying to show up. I can't even think of the word, but y'all will see me.
Okay, it was really nice having you. Nice to meet you.
It was really nice
Hopefully I'll
being
see you
here.
again.
Of course.
Yes. So thank you for tuning in to our episode with the lovely Danielle Renee. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let us know how we did. Until next time, go figure yourself out.